Want to help support the channel? Then why not check out the merch that's available from the links below in the description. Help out the channel and get more phenomenal stuff for yourself. And now with that, let's jump straight into the video. Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today we have some more Dino Fury review. This is going to be quite a lot, so you are going to get quite a few videos about all of this. And yeah, hopefully you've watched the season now to kind of watch it. I highly recommend watching this season because it is a very good season. But before we jump into the review, why not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell. Check out all the merchandise we've got on the channel. And yeah, literally it helps the channel grow. And if not, just at least interact. That's all I ask. Just please interact. We love the algorithm. Anyway, so let's jump into this episode. So we have Wreckbait. He is back from a previous episode. Everyone thinks he's like a squid monster or something like that, which kind of made me giggle a little bit. But he is absolutely coming back. He doesn't really like Cypher in this one whatsoever. It's more like they're having a kind of fighting contest, and it's more like, oh, who's gonna win? And Cypher pulls out this potion. He's like, well, you know, this gives me for a few minutes, this enhances my strength, my speed, everything. It enhances me. And Wreckmate just goes, nope, I'm keeping that. And thus therefore, for some strange reason, Cypher doesn't make more potion, which you think you could, but he doesn't. Convenient plot twist, at least. Maybe it's the whole Sentai, but regardless, they have a bet to say who can take out most of the Rangers. Now, what we find out in this episode is it's the Triple Sun Festival, which is on Rafcon, which is meant to be like a birthday thing, but everybody gets a birthday at the same day, and it's like a day where everyone gives kind of presents. We get the convenient motorbike in this one, which I genuinely was just like, oh, we know what's coming with the Dino Fury cycle, at least part. This is going to come up much later on. And I gotta admit, this episode did actually kind of shock me. So, and I'll get back to that in a minute. So they have a motorbike, but Zato gets nunchucks, which is the Dino Fury, or Dino Chucks. I was going to say Dino Fury Chucks. This is the Dino Chucks. I've got something in here, like I've written something down. Dino Chucks are given to Zato, and Iron uses the Dino Chucks. Oh yeah, he breaks stuff. So yeah, he gets, like, the Rangers get called out because obviously Wreckbait as well as Cypher are downtown. Oh no, it's not that actually. No, I tell a lie. They go off into the background for some strange reason. I think it's to check out the cakes that they're making. So Ion literally just uses the nunchucks after having a warning of, don't use them in the base. Have you not played Pokemon? You don't ride your bike in the building, so you don't use the nunchucks in the actual base because they're super powerful. With this, generally what happens is he breaks a load of stuff, and it's more of a convenient plot twist much later on. Is it a good plot twist? Yes, because it leads into some cool scenes. So mainly with this one is, like, he puts down the nunchucks and he leaves them alone. So the Rangers go off and they get told that they've got to fight Wreckbait. Wreckbait absolutely wrecks the Rangers. 100% just beats them. So you have them obviously split into two teams, where like Zato, Amelia and Ollie go off to kind of fight Cypher, while you've got the rest going off to fight Wreckbait. Wreckbait absolutely destroys them. The Rangers then kind of run away and they retreat, like they kind of go back. No, tell a lie, I go back. Zato decides to go off and grab the Dino Chucks because the Rangers can't like win. So Wreckbait has destroyed the other Rangers. He's now fighting against Zato. Hold on with me, we're coming back to this. So Zato grabs the nunchucks. He uses them really well, but they malfunction and they break, which then causes the Rangers to get more wrecked, and then they head back to the base. They're all like, what the fuck's going on? Like, this is really, really weird. Like, did they malfunction? What's been going on? Ion opens up and says, yeah, I kind of took these. And Zato goes, why the hell did you take my stuff? That's not fair. You did this. So they then find out that the area to repair them has, all the parts are destroyed. So they're like, what do we do? This is when they go like, hang on a minute. Haven't past Rangers used past weapons in the past? And this is, when I heard this reminded me very much of the Ranger Vault, where we have seen past weapons that the previous Rangers have used. So they start kind of going through loads of different things from SPD, from Samurai, and they start kind of going like, oh, maybe we could use the Fire Smasher. And I was just like, that's quite a random one to kind of pull out. They show some clips from Samurai, but then they say, well, we don't have the power disc to actually power it, and it's, takes too long or something like that. So then they start kind of talking about it, and then they notice the motorcycle, and they go, haven't Rangers used motorbikes in the past? And we get a clip from Mighty Morphing, and the only one I don't understand is that Tommy has been redubbed, but Rocky and Billy are exactly the same. So I don't know why you would include Tommy if you can't dub this, because no one knows if it's part of, like, you can't use his voice, which you can, because literally when he did Power Rangers, he is signed over to say, yes, you can use my footage, etc, etc. So I don't know why his one. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. And they start making the kind of like the Dino cycle. Ion goes off to fight Wreckbait, and they've got to admit, these scenes, fantastic. Like the way that he wears the armor, the way that the fighting is, everything to me here was absolutely perfect, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great kind of addition to it. The effects, the color, everything to me was like, do you know what? This is kind of cool. So Wreckbait obviously captures Ion for a bit, and they kind of have a bit like, Ion falls a bit. He's not able to kind of keep up. But that's when Zato like comes in with the bike, absolutely destroys Wreckbait, well, damages him, so he has to run away. And I generally was just like, the bike looks really, really cool. And when you get like kind of shots going, look, this way, this way, this way, it felt like it was a 3D render that they put in. So it's really kind of, even looking at it, I was like, is that a 3D render? But it's kind of one of those things where I was like, actually, it's kind of cool. I generally thought it was going to like attach onto him so he could become like, say, the other Rangers that have used bikes and stuff like that. So seeing that, I was like, oh, okay, he just uses the blaster, does a finisher, Wreckbait runs away. And that's pretty much it. Iron goes like, oh, I'm really, really sorry. I shouldn't take your stuff. It's yours. Then they bring out these cakes, and rather than just eating it with their hands, it's like a tradition on RAFCON is that you have to eat it with your face, and then they just literally go, wah, 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 wah. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. And I laughed at that. I was just like, that's really weird because of what someone put on Twitter that made me laugh, and I was just like, okay, yeah. So I kind of like, that was it. I kind of finished the episode because that's where it ends. Now, my final thoughts on this episode was really good. I loved the fact that they did a callback to previous ones where you saw weapons from SPD, you saw weapons from Ninja Storm, because they do talk about like the Sonic Fin. You've got Samurai, you've got all these Easter eggs that they literally talk about, and they don't kind of leave it as normal. Like I generally couldn't figure out why that happened. So I'm very curious to know why they didn't dub Tommy as well. But I love the callback. I generally thought this was really, really cool. And I love seeing this. I'm hoping like in the next part of the season, we will see stuff like this continue on, because I think it's absolutely perfect. But the fighting was spot on. The effects were spot on. It was entertaining. It had the kind of I'm really sorry type moment, which we don't really care about. But I generally really thought this was nice. So I was really happy with it. But yeah, I'm going to leave there. What did you think of this episode if you've seen it? What did you think? Are you happy with it? Did you like the callbacks? Why do you think that they didn't allow Tommy to kind of like voice his own stuff? So I'm really curious about that one. Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit subscribe, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop, and check out the merch. And with that, I will say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you in a couple of days.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。